equivalent to the dean, but I'm focusing more on research. So basically the dean is, in UTM we call it dean for academic position, and chair for research position. All right. Okay. So I'm very happy to share with you, and I'm also very happy to see all of you. So I think it's a lot of students here. I can see more than 200 students. And the good thing about online presentation is I don't have to travel. Yeah, I can be in ITS, be with you. But the bad thing about online system is sometimes I feel like I'm talking alone. So that will be good if all the students can raise your hand. You are actually welcome to ask any question, even during my presentations. If you need any clarification or you want to share your opinion, so please feel free to interrupt me. All right. So because I don't want to talk alone. All right. Okay. So thank you again. So let me begin my presentations. All right. So for today, I'm going to explain. Okay, what does it mean by sustainable life? Okay, sustainable lifestyle, and why we care about sustainable life. Okay. So and next, what is our role? And next, how to develop sustainable life, and it will follow by conclusions. All right. All right. So by definitions, okay, and any one of you understand what does it mean by sustainability, sustainable life? Okay, based on the World Commission on Environment and Development, okay, sustainable life or sustainability is defined as a development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Okay, so meaning we have to do something now so that we're not going to ruin our future generations. So to meet their own needs. Okay, and based on the definition of sustainability, it actually touch a lot of things. It's people, planet, partnership, peace, and prosperity. There are actually 5 pillars under sustainability or sustainable life. Okay. So that is definition, simple definitions of sustainable life. So meaning you have to be very pleasant today so that you're not going to give a negative impact to our future needs. So now why we care about sustainable life? Okay, now, okay, maybe we can watch this short video.
We are in a race against the climate emergency. Unlike most races, there won't be just one winner. In this race, we all win or we all lose. Countries must lead the way in this race, but they cannot win it by themselves. This is why today, cities, regions, businesses, investors, and civil society are coming together to launch the Race to Zero, the largest ever coalition of leaders to commit to one goal: zero emissions by 2050 at the latest. To achieve that goal, we need to act now. Together, we'll be racing for a healthier, fairer, and safer world.
Okay, so after you watching this video, yeah, do you want to be a winner or do you want to be a loser? Actually, it's all depend on us, because actually everything is on our hands. So the reason why we are care about a sustainable life is because if you look at this diagram, okay, so this is our, with this current policy in terms of the right axis here is to show you the increase of the temperature. Okay, so with the current policies, the temperature is between 3.1 to 3.7 degrees Celsius by 2100s. Okay, and if there is no climate policies, if there is no actions towards sustainable life, so the temperature will be increased almost 5 degrees Celsius. And actually, with the aim of zero zero emissions, okay, community, zero emissions community, actually we have a same goal to have only 1.5 degrees Celsius path away. All right, let me, okay, sorry. So this is basically what we aim for. Okay, with the our aim is basically we want to do something. We want to have a sustainable life so that our temperature will not be increased up to 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, so because there is going to be a lot of impact, for example, flooding due to the ice melting, right? Water scarcity, okay, because it's a very hot temperature. There are so many climate issues if there is no actions towards climate, reducing the impact on the climate. So one of the way is to implement sustainable life. Okay, so I just want to give you 10 seconds recaps. So what is the possible effect of global warming? And do you think that sustainable lifestyle can help our planet? Why? Okay, so this is all the question that we want to address in this lecture. Okay, is it the sustainable lifestyle can help our planet? Okay, and what is our role? Actually, what is our role to save our planet? Do you want to implement greening behavior by taking elephants rather than taking a car or bus or aeroplane? Do you want to do this? Maybe not, right? Or do you want to implement this? A green initiative in office. For example, you are doing compost in the office, something like this. Okay? Do you think you want to do this to have a sustainable lifestyle? Okay. Actually, there are many ways for preventing climate change, or in other words, to implement sustainable lifestyle. So one of that is reduce emissions. How do you, what is your role? How could you reduce the emissions? There are many things that you can do. For example, taking a bike for the short distance, okay, rather than taking a taxi or Grab, okay. Save energy, implements reduce, reuse, recycle, low carbon diet, okay. What does it mean by low carbon diet? I will explain more in the next slide. Take action to save our forests and demand sustainable measures. Okay, so this is among actions that can be taken to prevent climate change, or in other words, is actually to implement the sustainable lifestyle. Okay. Other than that, actually, you can also implement what we call it zero waste hierarchy. Okay. So what does it mean by zero waste hierarchy? Is the first thing is refuse. Okay. So I would like to give you one example. For example, you want to join at the ITS. The first day you join ITS, perhaps what they will do is basically to give you a bag that contains a lot of pamphlets, okay, documents, and so on. So what you can do is basically you can refuse to use the bag. You can bring your own bag. You can bring your own recycle bag. Okay. So but why you do this? Because you want to reduce waste. Sometimes you all the gift you will take it and then you put it aside, and at the end of the day you will throw it in the garbage. So this is something. So just take whatever you want, whatever that really needs, okay, and try to say no if that is not really needed, okay. The second one is reduce. So I think this is something very, very common, I think, common practice. Okay, so you want to reduce the electricity consumptions. Okay, what you can do is basically you will turn off the light if it's not needed, right? And then reuse. So basically you can use reuse bag rather than a plastic bag, okay, because it will be harm to the environment. Okay, rehome. Okay, so you will basically to use the same house, right? And then recycle. So basically, you're going to use the same the bottle that can be recycled. Okay, not a plastic bottle that you need to throw it away. Okay, you can use the recycle bottle. And the last is rot. So basically, you convert all your waste, basically your food waste, into compost. So this is all the implementations or actions that can be done to implement sustainable lifestyle. All right, so um, let's look at this picture. Okay, actually there are many actions or many strategies that can be done um, towards sustainable lifestyle. So they actually can be categorized under low impact, which actually can reduce less than 0.2 ton of CO2 equivalent, or it also can be categorized under moderate impact, which actually you can basically contribute to the reduction about 0.8 or 0.2 of 0.8 to 2 tons of CO2 equivalents, okay, 0.2 tons of CO2 equivalents. And another strategies is what they call it high impact sustainable life or high impact climate strategies. For example, you can basically reduce more than 0.8 ton CO2 equivalent. So how you can do that? Okay, so if you look at the right hand side here, okay, let me show you here. Okay, this is the annual climate saving in ton of CO2 equivalents. So it's a scale from 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and this is basically the up to 60 ton of CO2 equivalents. So for example, if you upgrade your light bulb from, for example, incandescent light to LED light, so basically that is considered under low impact emissions reduction strategies. Okay, and if, for example, you hang your clothes, okay, instead of dry using washing machine dryer, using washer dryer, so basically that is considered under moderate impact. Or what you can do is basically recycle material, wash clothes in cold water instead of hot water, replace typical car with a hybrid car. So this is all is considered under moderate impact. So this is basically, if you do this, you will contribute to the less CO2 emission up to 0.2 to 0.8 ton of CO2 equivalent. But if you want to be more aggressive and you want to be more sustainable, implement more sustainable lifestyle, what you can do is basically you eat a plant-based diet. Okay, why? Because actually, if you eat more meat, actually, if you for meat actually to grow, actually it will emitted more emissions rather than planting vegetables. Or you can switch the electrical car to car free, buy energy, green energy, avoid one trip flight, one round trip flight, life car free, and have fewer child. Okay, so this is, I think, is a very conservative ideas, but this is what they